Hi there. This is the changelog for version 1.5 of tendrils.dm, otherwise known as Uuodeouda. First up, some monster changes. Worm colonies have had their attack values lowered, their defense values lowered, their action point values lowered, and their main weapon has been changed as well. The main weapon of worm colonies, of course, is red worm bites, which used to attack 3 times per round with a max damage of 1, but now only attacks 2 times per round with a max damage of 1. It still slimes you though. Hungry princes no longer gain maximum additional hit points from eating corpses. They do still eat corpses though. Man, do those guys ever love eating corpses. Knights Amarant no longer have a sword, since, as it turns out, the lance that they have doesn't actually break, so they don't need a sword. Dancers in the grass now correctly attack only once per round. They were always supposed to. To make this work, I had to give them 2 new, additional, but useless weapons. In practice though, they'll only deal damaging attacks once per round, chosen randomly from the 4 damaging attacks that they have. While I was at it, I also lowered the base stats of Dancers in the Grass. They still have magic power and turmoil power, so they're pretty powerful anyway. Teeth in the Hills now have a protection of 10 and no invulnerability. I also took away one of their bite attacks, because you really need 2 bite attacks. I slightly lowered some of their other stats as well. Spirits of Points had a lot of their stats lowered right across the board. They also now only have 17 magic resistance, down from 20, 30 hit points, down from 60, and an unsurroundable value of 2 instead of 20. They also took away their native fire and shock resistance as well, because, come on. Itsmu, the national hero of Uuodeouda, is now correctly based on a Mouth of the Flowerbed Church. That means he's a better leader, and can levy peasants. I added some new outcomes to Strange Bedfellows, specifically a new commander called the Herald of the Writhe, and a new unit called the Loyal Bloomdog. Bedfellows itself has had all of the events associated with it completely reweighted. I made a big Excel spreadsheet to go through it and everything. You used to have like almost a 10% chance of getting Spirits of Points out of Strange Bedfellows. But as you can see, that's closer to 3 or 4% now. Magic Site's got some changes. Specifically, it's now significantly easier for enemies to clear out Redweed and Dense Redweed. It used to be that if you were preaching with a priest or patrolling with a fire mage, you only had a 33% chance of getting rid of Redweed and Dense Redweed. I bumped that all the way up to 80% for level 1 in Holy and level 1 in Fire. But if you have level 2 in Fire or level 2 in Holy, you're going to be guaranteed to clear out those sites. That should make being Uuodeouda's neighbour a little bit less annoying. The events associated with Redweed now also generate a small number of corpses, instead of eating all of the corpses. Myers of Red Ooze no longer increase death scales, which is a small thing. but it's relevant because of a later change that I'll get to. One item change. The living tentacle, the item that allows you to be an automatic communion master, now costs 10 nature gems to forge, instead of 5. I also came up with a new name type for Tangle Hearts, and while I was at it, I gave Tangle Heart eggs a few resistances too. Mostly shock resistance, because I hate Wrath of God. Ecomorphosis wasn't changed much. The big problem with Ecomorphosis is that when the Fickle Myriad attacks, it tends to favour lower numbered provinces, and will seldom attack higher numbered provinces. That's because of how Dominions evaluates the province list when going through modded events. However, there are rumours that might change in a future patch, and the province list might be shuffled before evaluating modded events. So if that does happen in a future patch, that would fix the Fickle Myriad entirely. I don't have to do anything. So fingers crossed. A general change for Uuodeouda is now that if they're defeated, there will be worldwide growth for 3 turns. On top of that, after defeating Uuodeouda, all of the redweed sites and dense redweed sites will gradually vanish. And when they do vanish, they'll trigger growth and population events. This means that if you invade Uuodeouda and you beat them, all of the provinces they leave behind won't be completely worthless. They should actually get some of the population back. You'll also get to keep the Mires of Red Ooze, and since they no longer spread death scales, they'll just be a free death gem generating site. So now, defeating Uuodeouda might actually feel pretty rewarding overall. That's it for all of the changes in version 1.5. Let me know what you think. Is there something I said I was going to change and forgot to? Let me know. Is there something that you think I should have changed and didn't? Let me know. If you've enjoyed this video, or you've enjoyed the Battle Data series, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and all that other stuff that YouTubers say you should do. I even have a Patreon that's linked in the description below if you'd like to support me financially. That's it from me. The next series going up on this channel should be a Niflheim game. I say should be because I'm already playing it and recording it, so my expectation is that it will be. But who knows? Either way, please enjoy what remains of this royalty-free jazz, and I'll see you around.